Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning, right?
I'm John Palacio.
I'm April Martinez. Good morning, Belize.
Yeah, and welcome. It is a Friday. It is a fun Friday.
It's a fun Friday.
It's a fun
I know
Friday.
how you do it. I know how you do it.
Well, you know how it is on a Friday. We try to make it as exciting as possible for you because that is what we do. This is Channel 5. Open Your Eyes. We make it exciting.
I do.
How are you? How was the drive from Belopan?
Foggy.
Was?
Bad. Honestly, that central corridor where have like no lights, that is an accident waiting to happen.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously. It was
goodness.
very scary. And it was very trafficy.
It was
So
this morning?
to have, and everybody, fortunately everybody was trying to be very slow. Nobody may try to be crazy.
Yeah.
But, you need to put some lights on that highway.
I could
it's
imagine.
Very scary.
I think that's definitely one of the things that we really need. My fear of driving at night is always, for me, all right, is on the Philip Golson Highway between Corozal to Belize City. Wow, especially in the nighttime, if there's a rain, that road is just
I've
dark.
driven that in the rain, in the hard rain, and it's scary because of all of the blind.
No lining on the side,
Yeah.
no cut eyes in the middle or on the side, and so therefore especially if something is oncoming there, one of the bigger trucks or somebody might not be able to dim their beam, their low beam might be higher than yours and all that, and you're en route, and that person comes directly into your face. You're not able to see the cat eye because the judging is always on the side of the road between the grass and the pavement or whatever is on there, and of course to your left would be the lining that would that would tell you, hey, that's the middle of the road, so you keep between here. But on those roads,
There's
man,
nothing.
and I've got to say, we're not hitting on GOB or anything like that. We're just saying that there's some parts of the road
It is,
that
and
is really tough.
it is dangerous. And we had transport here a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about the difference between an accident and a man-made error, right? And those would be accidents that would happen if there's no light, there's no line, there's no edge.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit scary, but I made it to work on time.
It's always nice to see you, Phil, and get that Belopan feel from the Garden City.
Like it, no. You see, you make us say it wrong, no.
But you know what? What's true is that folks from Belmopan or who often say the word wouldn't even realize that they say Belmopan.
Belmopan?
Yeah.
Belmopan. I guess.
First order of duty, folks, is always to break down what we are seeing in the newscast or what was broadcasted in the newscast last night. And I think, April, the biggest story out here right now is the fact that Russia is, as we speak, invading Ukraine.
Yeah.
And people are trying to wonder what is the reason for such thing. We know that various countries, especially the mighty USA, had came out saying, you know what, we're issuing now another round of sanctions to Russia. They won't be able to do this and won't be able to do that. But some folks are saying, hey, but we really need to put a stop to this, not with sanctions,
but with force.
But with force. And so what is going to be the next move? And for that reason, I keep on refreshing my phone news or looking at the TV to see what will be the next, because what the next move will be, nobody knows at this point.
Well, we know that the UK has officially declared that they will stand with Ukraine and they will send military support. I think that Russia has also gathered allies, China and Myanmar.
China, Myanmar, and North Korea now is saying,
So it's a little bit, it's already scary enough that Russia is a big military force into Ukraine. I know that there was an issue by the president of Ukraine that said that he is still in the capital. He remains there with his
remains in the
family.
capital, yeah.
He is going to defend Ukraine until he cannot anymore. And I think there's this clip, we want to show it. He's speaking in Ukrainian, but I think there is the English subtitles that we're going to show. That's just...
All right, so we won't be getting that. But what we're seeing on the screen is actually the president of Ukraine. And he did mention, April, you're so right, that he will be remaining in Ukraine. He said that Vladimir Putin is actually seeing him as enemy number one, and his family as enemy number two. They are in a state of martial law, which simply means that their military has taken over, and they're saying that men from 18 to 60 years old are not able to leave there. That simply means that these people would eventually have to stand up and fight. But they're also saying that the Ukrainians are people who are very resilient and they will fight for what they believe
Well,
in.
like Marlene and I were discussing yesterday, the president of Ukraine had officially declared that every man, woman, and child that is able to shoot a gun will be provided with a weapon. To defend themselves, because their military will not be able to stand up against Russia.
Against Russia's. They are military power throughout the world, indeed. But one of the things that we just see there is anti-war protests breaking out.
Yes,
in parts
the
of
people
Russia.
in Russia, in St. Petersburg, are protesting in light of they don't want the world to feel like it's the citizens. They are against what is happening. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of them are getting in trouble for it. Some of my students, they were following, social media influencers, and we were keeping ourselves updated. And some of the social media influencers that are from Russia kept saying, guys, I can't really protest because I might go to jail for this. I'm just showing you what's happening. But I don't know if I'll be able to go home tonight.
Indeed. But, and while we're saying all this, we here in this part of the world might think it's over there.
Yeah,
they can do whatever they want. But I'll tell you what, it will be affecting us sooner rather than later. Remember that what's going on in these parts of the world, or whatever impact the world that would happen to the world, it doesn't matter what part of the world it is, we always get or feel a trickle effect. In this case, the Prime Minister mentioned yesterday that the next shipment of fuel that will be coming in, we might feel the effect there. As a matter of fact, GOB is saying that, we're actually taking the brunt of things when it comes to the rise of diesel fuel.
Right. Because Russia is the second largest supplier of fuel.
Of oil.
And so we have to be mindful that whatever resources they're overusing over there and withholding, that is going to affect us. And, Belize, I find that we are very caught up in our bubble, right? But let's not forget that we had that territorial dispute with our neighbor.
Yeah.
And we wanted the world to be on our side. We wanted the world to know what was happening with us. And if anybody understands Ukraine, it should be us. It should
be us, indeed.
So I know that it might seem that it's so far away, but don't forget that history is the same.
History is the same indeed.
It's repeating. My students yesterday, while I was on the show, we had a group chat, and they were at arms because they could not understand how we are not talking about this.
You're totally right again. It's definitely a topic that needs to be with your friends, with your family, and again, keeping abreast of current and of course current situations or current news and international news as well always makes you aware of what to do, what not to do, how to do it, and what not. And this is a situation that we must keep an eye on. For me, April, like I mentioned, it is the what next situation. Within the first hour of that war, of that invasion, as a matter of fact, over 130 Ukrainian soldiers had died.
Yeah.
So these are the things that we need to look at. We know that Russia is a military power throughout the world, and they're strutting what they've got at this particular point. But the what next factor for me is what's boggling my mind.
It's very scary because I think about all of the wars in history, and this is not anything different in the sense of we can't reach a diplomatic agreement, and so this is why I'm going to do. President Putin has officially said that if any foreign interference happens, Russia will crush that.
Yeah.
You know, and that is not
That's tough. I
that
mean,
is
like,
tough.
hey.
And you don't want to sit on the sidelines and watch a country be destroyed
Being
by
destroyed,
another.
you know, because of the fear of what could happen to your country and your people, and that's the situation there. So, people, you know, you wonder if it's a scare tactic, but at the same time, he's actually showing you what he's able and capable to do. So why, it puts countries in a rock and a hard place situation. You want to help. America is saying, please do not touch our NATO allies. Do not touch our allies in these areas.
And the thing is that Ukraine is not a part of NATO.
A part of NATO. And so
you were asking, why was Russia pushing that now? Why was, Russia and Ukraine have always had this problem, just that territorial problem. But it wasn't until Ukraine decided that they wanted to become part of NATO that
then
this situation started to occur, escalate. And once you have that security of the entire world, it's a little bit more difficult to get in there, right? So I think we'll be watching this a little bit closely, and it tells you what can happen on other parts of the world. It tells you what can happen to us because we have our territorial disputes. Other countries have territorial disputes. And in my mind, man, the other big countries that take notes.
Yeah, they
are.
They
And
are.
I don't know how we would be able to move past a world where anybody can break rules and regulations. And it is a scary
it's a scary
time
situation.
to live in right now. We are
It is.
literally living through a historical moment, which is not a good thing. This is not a good thing.
Well said, April. It is. And that is, just one of the stories making the news today. There's so many other things we could actually touch on when it comes to international news. But let's bring it closer to home. We're actually seeing, or actually saw yesterday, and you had the opportunity to interview the president of the PSU, the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers. And he was saying that out of the meeting Wednesday that they had with GOB, that GOB actually gave them the word that within this fiscal year that's coming, which is April again, the following year, that they will be given back their 10%. It's not going to be bam, that 10 like that.
No.
It might be in phases. So we know that much. But that's a conversation to have as well, because it is one to reckon with here at home. Now, is that money readily available? Are we seeing a better with respect to our economy? The borders have opened. Belizeans are actually flocking now across to Mexico or Guatemala to do their regular business. So what's going to happen there?
I also think that when we were talking about international news and we were talking about how it affects us, this is it right here.
This is it right here.
How is it that we're going to be able to develop the funds to continue paying back our workers? I know that for this rest of the week, yesterday and today, the government has been at their retreat, and they have been discussing this issue, and I think hopefully they will be able to come to some agreement, some proper conclusion by the end of today.
Let's hope. Let's hope. But like we mentioned, the president of the PSU did mention that they were told that they'll be given back their 10% increment, not increment, but their 10% salary. They had a salary adjustment of 10%, and that will be reinstated back to them within this fiscal year that's coming. That starts on April 1st. And it's going to be in phases. What the phases will be, or what the phase will be, we're not sure. Marlene mentioned yesterday 50-50. Dean was saying, man, I hope that 60-40. So let's see what's going to happen there. But these are just some of the stories making the news today. And finally, I could never, ever, ever, ever wrap things up without talking about the pandemic. That's always the big topic. We continue to highlight that. What we're seeing right now is actually a downward spiral of new cases.
Not get comfortable.
Yesterday was about 70-something to 100 and something new recoveries. And you're right, again, April, not get comfortable. Not get comfortable.
Nope.
It's a tough situation because, when we see things, and we've been seeing this a long time, a lot of the times, when we see the cases go down, that's when people want to hurry, him, ha.
Yeah.
And then when we see it rising again, some folks might say, I don't catch it already, I can still go on, and what's going on? But we fail to realize this is because of we. It's our fault.
Can't get comfortable.
You know, we're the one who actually
But
moves,
you know,
moves the virus around.
One of the things that I'm very, very happy about is that even though classes have resumed back face-to-face, that the cases have not spiked. That, I think, is a positive.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Then
It
that
is.
the kids are able to control themselves and, you know, control the spread.
Yeah.
But like I think we had Dr. Pat in the a couple of weeks ago, and she said that does not mean that it's over.
Yeah.
Right? This decrease, yes, this is probably going to be it for now, but then you're going to have Easter coming soon, the Ruta Maya that's coming soon. That large influx of people might bring the cases to go back.
Yeah, you know, and I'm glad you hit on that. The Belikin La Ruta Maya is definitely going to be one to watch because folks don't know or won't be able to, like, it's going to be a gauge then because this is an event that they're actually allowing for 50% of what would be the normal crowd to be at any particular spots, meaning Banana Bank, Doublehead Cabbage, Henderson Bank in Burrell Boom, and here in the city. But there are control mechanisms that will be put in place. The organizers have mentioned that, and so therefore it's going to be a gauge. It's going to be a gauge as to what works and what does not. You have to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere, and I think that this is something. It's a tradition.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It is a Belizean thing to go
yeah.
and watch Ruta
Historical
Maya,
thing.
right? And so I think that hopefully we will try to keep that responsibility.
Yeah.
And you know, keep your distance. You could cheer your team on from home. You could cheer your team on far from other people.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to in close proximity to a lot of
Get
people.
on binoculars.
Yeah. Why not? Climb a tree.
Climb a tree.
Climb
no?
a tree.
But make sure that you stay within the safe zone. But
Yes.
one of the things about that, and this is to wrap up, especially for the teams, they need to be fully vaccinated.
Yes.
And people who will be entering those areas, the likes of Banana Bank, Burrell Boom, Doublehead Cabbage, Belize City here, you'll need to be vaccinated to be a part of that as well. To be a spectator, you need to be vaccinated for that. So
Okay.
there'll be checks, there'll be a lot of security. So this year, I think it's the 25th running of the
25th.
Belikin La Ruta Maya is going to be definitely a gauge one to reckon with, because people want to see their history continue.
Are you going to be there, John?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. It is that time of the morning. We move on. We've got lots to share with you. As a matter of fact, what do you say, April? We venture off now into the eye opener taken from dailyom.com. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Dailyom.com, taken from, the eye opener taken from dailyom.com goes like this. Now, you really want to check this out. The feelings that make us want to run away and our buried treasure, full of energy and inspiration if we are willing to look. It's one of life's great paradoxes that the things we don't want to look at in ourselves are the very things we need to look at in order to know ourselves better and to become more fully who we are. Now, these things come in many forms, from strange images or snippets of information to recurring dreams and feelings that rise up seemingly without a reason. Whatever shape they come in, and no matter how scary they seem, these messengers bring the information we need in order to grow. Within the parts of ourselves that we don't want to look at, there are emotions that need to be felt. Unfelt emotions are stuck energy, and when we leave emotions unprocessed, we deprive ourselves of access to that energy. When we feel strong enough, we can begin to the process of feeling those emotions on our own or with guidance from a spiritual counselor. It is through this work that the buried treasure of energy and inspiration will pour forth from our hearts, giving us the courage to look at all the parts of ourselves within insight and compassion, or with insight and compassion. April, talk to me, man. What do you feel? What do you feel?
I think that this is a very human thing to do, that we don't want to deal with certain emotions sometimes. We don't want to fully understand or reckon with the things that probably make us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? And so in order for you to try to understand or process that feeling, we tend to dismiss it. We tend to run away.
Yeah.
We tend to not put it at the back burner of our heads and don't confront it.
Yeah.
But sometimes those things come back.
They come back.
They come back,
They come
and
back.
so you still have to deal with it. And so I personally am I'm a believer of dealing with things head on and
Yeah.
forefront, so that you don't have to come back and deal with the things that haunt you.
It reminds me of, especially back in the days, of how we raise our boys in trying to have them hide their emotions or how they feel, and then they channel it from a different standpoint
Yeah.
or in a different way. When your emotions are to be are flowing for you, then I believe, just like you said, April, whereby we deal with it head on. Look, dealing with it head on for me is actually one of the greatest teachers, because then you learn how to deal with it. And so when it comes around again, you'll know what to do. You've got the formula already, rather than try to push it behind and then having to deal with it from a different standpoint or in a different manner.
Yeah.
And these are some of our fields in terms of how to teach our young men how to deal with their emotions.
I like that.
Yeah, I left it there.
Yeah,
I
left it
left it
there.
there.
Yeah,
That's
left
a
it
good
there
one,
because
though. That, yeah, we've got to take a look at the weather, let you know exactly what to expect. Here in the city, we had some drizzling this morning.
Okay.
But Catherine Cumberbatch is on the line. Let's see what my neighbor is about to share with us.
Good
Morning, neighbor.
morning.
Good morning, my neighbor. Good morning, John and April. Good morning.
Good
How are
morning,
you? How are
Catherine.
you?
Yeah, indeed. How are you?
Hello.
How are you today?
I am doing okay, John. I'm not going to complain. Just give thanks and moving on.
All right. I just like my neighbor style, girl.
Yeah.
She
Mellow
Oh my goodness, it remind me of me. So let's take a look at the weather here. This morning here in the city, we had some drizzling. April coming from Belmopan to Belize City, it was extremely foggy. What should we expect this morning? Tell us about the general situation, and then we go from there.
Okay, right. The general situation is that we have a relatively moist easterly air flow that is prevailing right now, and that will continue through the rest of today and tomorrow. And what that will say for weather is that we could expect sunny skies with cloudy spells. High temperatures today will range from 84 along the coast to 88 inland, 77 in the mountains. Tonight will be partly cloudy to cloudy. Low temperatures will drop to 76 along the coast, 70 inland, 64 in the higher elevation. As for the showers, you could expect a few showers to develop mainly along coastal areas during the day, and by afternoon the showers will move inland over inland areas, and then we develop tonight over mainly along southern coastal areas tonight and tomorrow morning. As for the winds will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea state will be choppy. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for partly cloudy skies with a few showers developing mainly along southern coastal areas. Elsewhere, showers will be isolated. And yes, we have fogs, usually early morning fogs developing over inland areas. By between 8 and 9, that fog should lift out,
Okay.
Nice.
be lifted.
Well, you told us. Now we know exactly what to expect there, neighbor. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome, my neighbor. Have a great day. You
Have a
and
good
the
day.
safe one.
All right. Thank you so very much. Now we know exactly what to expect with the weather. It's always nice to hear from Catherine and the folks there at the National Met Service. Thank you for joining us on a daily. Every morning around this time, they join us live.
Yeah.
So thank you so very much. But we need to move on with the show this morning. What do we
do.
have lined up, April?
All right, it's a fun Friday, like you rightfully mentioned, and we have 4 wonderful segments today. Our first segment, we'll be talking to the International Basketball Coaching Education. We'll be having via Zoom and in studio the founder and owner of Gannon Baker Basketball, as well as the international brand ambassador of Gannon Baker Basketball.
Indeed. Tell you what, Roscoe. When it comes to basketball, man, Roscoe. I can remember back in the day, TCC versus Ecumenical, and Roscoe was a part of that. You can't beat that ball today. He has something else. But it's always a nice time chit-chatting with him and learning about his skills and whatnot. So that's going to be the first segment. But the second segment is going to be one to reckon with. Now, this one is all about Here Express, as they'll be demonstrating how to... why are you grin up at me? You think they should have put on a wig for my head?
I very wonder if that may be the
Wow.
segment today.
I'll tell you what, it's actually Here Express. They'll be demonstrating the art of properly installing a wig. We know that in various parts of the world, it's a big thing. Here
Yeah.
in Belize, some folks actually rock it as well. And so therefore, we'll be teaching you, or they will be teaching you
How to
how to
properly.
properly put it on. All right, so that's going to be the second segment.
All right, and then of course we're moving into our third segment. We'll have Janae's collection. She'll be here to display her jewelry. She's the founder and creator of, Janae Lang, is the founder and creator of Janae's collection, who is a small business. And you know, here at Channel 5, we like to uplift our small business owners. So that should be a good segment.
Definitely. In the third segment, actually the fourth one, the
one.
fourth segment, the April Falcon, I just saw me, you know.
Why do you?
In the fourth segment this morning, we'll be joined by none other than my brother from another mother, man. This guy is straight out of Uganda Hopkins.
Love this ballet.
Made life there in New York as well, but I think he's back at home. C. Wills will be joining us this morning as he'll be premiering one of his newest videos, or actually his newest video, and it's called Nibaga Relay. All right, so he'll be in with us via Zoom actually, and he'll be sharing with us Nibaga Relay, what it means, how he came about with it, and how life is for him at this particular point.
The youngest
so that is what we got
parandero.
lined up for you. Yeah, man, this body, I tell you, he's very good. I really and truly enjoy
he is awesome.
his music, enjoy his persona. He's a very cool guy.
Yes,
all right,
he is. He taught me how to tune a turtle shell.
the man teach you
Yes.
to tune a turtle
Yes.
shell. Now, you notice I said turtle shell, right?
Turtle shell.
All right, so let's do it. We've got to take a break. Just before we do, though, we've got a birthday shout out.
Yes,
April,
yes, a very,
this
very-
one is extra specialicious.
Okay, but then I need to sing good at you.
Let's do it together,
No,
man.
I can't sing, John.
Let's do at least 2 words for Jenny, man.
all right,
Jenny Lovell, her birthday is today.
Yes.
Happy birthday to
To
you. Jenny Lovell, always looking lovely.
Happy birthday, Jenny, from all of us here at Channel 5. We hope you have a
Indeed.
wonderful, wonderful day with lots of love and blessings.
All right, definitely, Jenny. We're wishing you all the very best. Out of Belopan. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be diving directly into our first segment. Stay with us. You don't want to miss it. This is Open Your Eyes Live on Fox.
It's almost lunchtime and Alice is getting hungry and forgot to bring cash. She remembers that eCash now has a geolocation feature in which she can easily view the eCash merchants near her, especially restaurants. Her co-workers also ask her to order food for them.
Chicken chow mein, please, and a Coke.
The merchant sends her the payment link, she taps confirm, and within a few minutes, her food is delivered. Alice then views her transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made, then taps the split the bill button where she selects the unevenly option and moves the bar to the desired amount per person. The request is then sent to her friends. Her colleagues accept the request and are ready to enjoy their meals. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash make Alice's life a whole lot easier.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSB, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
It's a fact that your credit lasts longer when using Smart. During these times, we're all trying to find ways to cut costs and save the little resources we have. With Smart, it's easy to do that. It's a fact that with Smart, your credit lasts longer. You can call Smart to Smart and Smart to Digi using your promo credit, while with the other guy, you can only call OnNet, Digi, or BTL numbers. What does this mean? You get to call any national number using your promo credit. Your promo credit is free, so that call is also free. Know your facts. Don't be tricked by the other guy. Be smart and save your dollars.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money. Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
All right, welcome back to Opinion Rise, and we're moving now into our first segment on this fun Friday. It's all about international basketball coach talks, about the importance of coaching development and coaching education. We've got the guy in with us, and of course one of those guys on the screen. As a matter of fact, on the screen is Gannon Baker. He's the founder and owner of Gannon Baker Basketball, and Roscoe Reese, international brand ambassador of Gannon Baker Basketball. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Belize. Good morning, Gannon.
Morning.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
There you go. It's always nice to have you, Gannon. You should be here to enjoy this nice weather.
I mean, he have nice weather where he there.
That's true.
I have nice weather, but I don't have that swag that the Belize people have that I've seen so far on TV.
True.
All right, so let's get on into it, guys. Let's get on into it. So this international basketball coaching, let's start with Roscoe. Roscoe, we know that when it comes to basketball, you've been in it ever since. I know you from a long time ago, back in the 90s, Ecumenical, TCC.
Yes.
Roscoe with what, 30 pints? Talk to us, man. How has things been, and what do we have going on?
Well, good morning, Belize. Over the years, just being around the sport of basketball, you grow.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to be a coach and give back to the community.
Yeah.
So seeking coaching education courses was one of the ways to go.
Yeah.
I started off first with FIBA basketball through the Basketball Federation in like 2009.
Yeah.
And that was like the first start. After that, I met a coach by the name of Bernie Tarr, and he planned a trip to Cleveland, Ohio to the King James Classic.
Yeah.
And in order to be a part of USA Basketball, you got to be a certified coach through USA Basketball. So it was really through USA Basketball that opened up my eyes to coaching certification and learning more about the game. Then I found out about Gannon Baker, and Gannon Baker, when I researched him, he's like one of the greatest coaches and skill trainers in the world. He's affiliated with from grassroots all the way up to the NBA. And he has a wonderful basketball curriculum that teaches you as a coach from the basic level all the way up to professional level. So that's what really gravitated me to Gannon Baker basketball.
Sweet. So Gannon, let's get you into it, sir. Tell us about what you've got going on. And you know, Roscoe, as long as he's hooked on something like that, because he's into coaching, then we know for a fact that it's darn good. So tell us about what you've got going on.
Well, I appreciate Roscoe showing us the love and being our ambassador and spreading the good word of basketball, but not only life. You know, we teach, the curriculum is based on teaching kids and coaches how to win in basketball, winning principles, culture, and then how to win in life. You know, take the lessons you learn from basketball, take the power, take the confidence, take the wisdom, and then go out and be a good leader, be a good teacher, be a good pillar in your community, be a good husband, be a good wife, be a good spouse. So we believe in it. It's systematic. It's online. It plays like a master class. It's video. It's PDFs. You have your own portal. You can take notes. You can share it. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be experienced to take it. We start you from the bottom. Like Drake said, we take you from the bottom, then you're here. We have, you know what I mean? We have all the way up to pro. So it teaches you everything you need to be a coach. It teaches you everything you need to be a player. The only thing that we don't do is tactical management, how to break a 2-3 zone, baseline out of bounds plays, all the tactical stuff we don't have. But we have partnerships with NBA and NCAA coaches. That's coming. But for us, the most important thing is, you know, learning how to play the game the right way. Because if you have fun at learning, you're going to stick with it. It can be a lifelong process for you, and you can get more enjoyment. But basically, it's like a class you can watch on your phone or your devices. It's really systematic and user-friendly, and I'm excited about it.
What got you into this coaching, Gannon?
Well, you know, I'm a believer. You know, I believe in God. I think it was my destiny. God's gift to me was passion for basketball. So I've been playing it since I was 8. I'm 49, and I've been doing it all my life. And my dad introduced me to it. My grandfather, who lived across the street from me when I grew up in Hampton, Virginia, fostered it in me. They put up a basketball goal. I've always been the only white guy playing basketball growing up. I went to a dominantly African-American high school. That taught me a lot of lessons about inclusion, grit, diversity. And you know, I became good at it because people poured into me. I worked on my craft, and I fell in love with the process. And as I said, I've been coaching for about 30 years, doing my business for about 22, and I still have that fire for the game.
Can you walk us through what the online classes look like? How does one start? How do you sign up, and what is the curriculum like?
Well, you can sign up through our portals, you know, our social media platforms, our website. I'm sure if you get in touch with Roscoe, he has some free gifts, actually. If you get in touch with Roscoe, we have a QR code that we can give you some of our cultural values. But basically, you fill in your information, you sign up. And here's the neat thing. Once you start the classes, you know, go from chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 3, skill to skill to skill. The neat thing is I'm accessible. Not many people with my experience, not many people that have the passion that I do, as Roscoe said, for the grassroots. You know, some people consider me an expert and one of the best in the field. So if I am a Captain America, right, you can have access to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of basketball Avengers out there that you can't touch, that you can't. But I take the time, the energy. I have the resources to actually talk to you via Zoom or text, or you know, we answer all our messages. It's exhausting, It takes time and organization to have a good team behind me, but I am actually a professor that helps you along the way, and I think that sets our curriculum apart.
Okay.
It's rare. It's very customized.
So Roscoe, you're actually making this accessible to Belizeans to be a part of it, to become better coaches, to understand the game properly. Do you see that there's a hunger for coaching, basketball coaching here in Belize?
Most definitely. I mean, we have a primary school league, we have a high school league, we have a tertiary league, and then we have leagues outside of the school system. Many of these leagues don't have a certified coach. So it's just somebody who loves the game, who might have played the game, and they're teaching the game, but they've never actually done a coaching course. And what a coaching course does for you is wonders. You learn things that you might have overlooked, you might have not known, and it helps you to really teach your players to play the game the right way. So it's more about, for me, I want to see the game played at the right way. Like I'm tired of just seeing the kids run up and down the court and just throw away the basketball, making bad passes, shooting the ball over the rim. That's not basketball. You know, we watch it on the TV and it's played the right way. And if we have competent and qualified coaches, passionate coaches, the game will be taught the right way, and the kids will play the game the right way.
You know, I'm glad that you said that, and I'm sure there are a lot of people right now who would definitely want to be a part of it, but might not understand what the fundamentals of a good coach is or how to start it. So can you share that with us? What would be the fundamentals of good coaching?
There are a lot of fundamentals of good coaching. I think you got to have a love for the game, one. You got to have a passion to want to teach the game, and after that, you just got to find the right information and be able to get it across to your players. You got to be able to motivate them. You got to be stern. You got to have discipline. You know, those are part of it too. But there's no real right way to do it. Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own way of getting it across. But through coaching education is the way to get a solid base and fundamentals for coaches.
You know, there are coaches in the NBA right now who have not played in the NBA, who might not have even played NBA basketball or basketball on a whole, but they're so in love with, like you mentioned, the fundamentals of trying to get things together. Are these people far or many, Gannon, or you must play the game to understand the game?
Well, you know, one of my laws or coaching non-negotiables is you can't give away what you don't possess. You can't coach what you don't have. So obviously it helps that you play the game, that you came through the process of learning how to play as a player, going to practice, learning how to coach, learning how to take the information from a coach, competing in the games, adjusting, going through the battles. It absolutely helps. However, that's not a necessity. You don't have to be a player to be a great coach. Great coaches that never have played have always dove into the game, like Roscoe said, and treated it as an academic subject. You know, it's like college. You go to college, you learn a trade, you get a degree, and then you continue to get repetitions at that. So you have to study offense, you have to study defense, you have to study leadership. You have to study the trends of today's generation and their behavior. You have to add in mental health, emotional maturity. For me, I bring in the spiritual part of it. You don't have to be a Christian, but you have to respect and honor a higher power and realize life is bigger than you. And so you have to go somewhere to get peace, purpose, and have precision and a plan. And you do that with meditation and being by yourself in solitude. So all of that can be studied, and then go out and coach a player, go out and coach a team, go out and work for a team. I always say that repetition is the mother of success. And when people coach a lot and get a lot of coaching repetitions and practice in games, if they study it and analyze it, process it, they will get better. 100%.
Oh, I tell you what, one of the best coaches in the U.S. is, in the NBA is actually Coach Eric Spoelstra. I really like how he coaches the game, and he's never played the game. You know,
he's just sit in the video room.
Yeah, he started in the video room, like you mentioned, Roscoe. But again, Gannon, you know, Roscoe is actually opening another window for you. What are your thoughts with respect to this, that you're actually now being showcased in Belize, and how important do you think it is to spread this across to other countries?
Well, I've been to 49 countries, 5 continents.
Sweet.
I've never been to Belize.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been to Belize, but you know, if people have a passion and they want to play, I'll be there and try to bring my power, right? I love people that have a purpose and a passion. You know, success is colorblind and gender free and culture free. What bonds me and the Belize people, at least the ones I'll be in front of, is we both have red blood and we both have a liking or love for basketball. And that's enough for me to go anywhere in the world. I'm not afraid to die, right, and risk pain for what I believe in. Now, I'm not going to sacrifice my family or my values, but I'll make a tremendous commitment to people that have a passion and a purpose to make their lives better. And you do that through sport. There's tremendous leadership. And, you know, sports, basketball can change people's lives if they're educated about how to attack it the right way.
Yeah.
So I'm all in with Belize. And we talked before the show. You know what I like to do. So let's go.
Roscoe, what has the response been? Have you been speaking to people about getting into the trainingship? How has that been going?
Well, right now is a great time because there's a Ahmadiyya basketball league going on.
Yeah.
The Ahmadiyya basketball league has over like 40 teams. So you're looking at 40 plus coaches.
Yeah, 49 teams actually.
Yeah, 49. Yeah. So you're looking at 49 coaches. I coach in the league. I coach a U15 team. I coach a U18 team.
Sweet.
So we're definitely engaged with coaches. We have a WhatsApp group chat. You know, a lot of the coaches know about the show today. I'm engaging coaches through the WhatsApp chat to tap into coaching education. I have the links for courses, and a lot of the coaches are very, very receptive to it.
Nice.
So after today, I think we should have several coaches. I hope all 49 sign up, and from there, you know, they're open. They're open to the portal.
I mean, Roscoe, or I guess Gannon can walk us through the certification process. How can, I mean, I'm not a basketball player, but if I wanted to somehow get into the coaching training experience, how would I be able to get certified?
Well, you go online, check out the website, Gannon Baker Basketball. Once you type in Gannon Baker Basketball on Google, you'll see the website come up.
Yeah.
You could check Gannon Baker Basketball on Facebook. You could check Gannon Baker Basketball on Instagram. Once you tap into the website or the social media platform, all the information is right there.
And is it sure, Gannon, go ahead.
And I like to add, you know, after every skill set, so after the beginning chapters, there's a test. Yeah. After the intermediate, advanced, pro, there's tests. And if you pass them, obviously you get certified. And if you want to get master certified, that's when you come to Florida, visit me. We have a 7 to 14 day, you know, retreat, and you become a master level trainer where I help send you wherever you need to go for your career, if you will. But it's a great program. It's run just like an online college course.
Is it, with your training, is it only theory, or is it practical? What do you have to do?
All the above.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, all the above. If you want to be a coach and you want to learn how to develop your players, your team, and yourself, we have everything you need. There's no question unanswered. We are basketball Google. I am Gannon Google of basketball. I have a solution that's tried, proven, and true for everything you face in basketball.
What NBA players you've worked with? I see, well, besides this guy that you've got there, which he was a Suns icon, Amari Stoudemire. Tell us about some of the NBA players that you've worked with.
Well, that was Terry Rozier you just saw, Chris Paul, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Maya Moore, Lindsey Whalen, Brittany Griner, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin. I mean, basically, if they wear Nikes and they're in the NBA, Manu Ginobili, Ray Allen, I have been on the court with them. I've worked them out. I've broken bread with them. I've gone to church with them. I've had a tremendous opportunity to obviously sow into their lives. But when I'm around greatness, I ask so many questions so that I can take their greatness, their answers, their truth, and go share it with the grassroots. And that's the neat thing about what I've done, is that I just didn't get selfies. I just didn't network. You know, I got what was in their mind. I tried to create a net worth in my mind, and I tried to figure out why are they great? What did they do? How can I go teach it to others? Because if you're not doing that, you're not making this world better. You're not making this game better. This game is to be shared. So when I come to Belize, I'm going to ask those 49 coaches or 50 coaches that I'm in front of or whatever, hey, what do you do when you're teaching shooting? How can I learn from you? Because you can learn from anybody, and I'll take it and go put it in my class and make my class better. So.
Well,
sounds like he's coming to Belize sooner than later.
Seems like we should see you soon, Gannon.
It'd be an honor. It'd be an honor. Thank you.
All right, Roscoe. So we know the time is winding down, but again, how can folks be a part of this? Is it you must pay a course? What do you have to do?
Mostly all coaching education courses you got to pay for them.
Okay.
To me, everything in life costs, whether it be a monetary value or it just costs your time, your energy, your effort.
You're right.
So to invest in coaching education is going to cost you. It's not going to cost you that much, but like I said, check out the website. We got a free QR code for coaches. I'm going to share that QR code. Coaches could tap into that QR code, and you're going to get some information from Gannon Baker Basketball.
There it is right there.
You get some information from Gannon Baker Basketball that could definitely help you as a coach. And then from there, if you want to sign up, then you just got to go online and sign up.
These are the online courses.
Yes, these are for online courses. Actually, I did my online course with Gannon Baker Basketball in 2020 during the pandemic. You know, we were down for like 2 years. We could not play no sport. You couldn't interact with your players. So I used that time to educate myself a lot. And I did from Gannon basic level all the way up to advanced. Like he says, it's 4 basic level courses, 4 intermediate level courses, 4 advanced level courses. After every level, you take a test. Gannon gives you some great challenge with his test. USA Basketball was a breeze. It was a walkthrough. I had to really study and take notes with Gannon's test.
Well, Gannon, I'll tell you what, you definitely have an ambassador here.
Yes.
This guy is telling us exactly what it is like.
Yeah, he
done
it in front. How long did each level take?
It's on your own time.
Okay.
I mean, like me, when I dive into these coaching courses, sometimes I want to finish them so bad I stay up all night. I literally just go from my wife, you got to come to bed. And I'm like, I'll be there right now. And I'm just reading information, watching the videos, and then I just try to move on. But it took me like, I would say like maybe 3 weeks to a month to finish 4 basic level courses and 4 intermediate, 4 advanced. I was like 12. Yeah, it took me like a month.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Well, he's living proof that definitely this works. Roscoe now is actually one of the coaches in the Ahmadiyya League. He tell us, I mean, you're just high school sports. You're doing Ahmadiyya. What else are you doing?
I mean, I'm a full-time PE teacher.
Yeah.
I've been teaching at Belize Elementary for 10 years now.
Sweet.
Actually, me and my friends, Rupert Brown, Darwin Puppy Leslie, we had started a basketball club in 2007. We were known as the Belize Bank Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Through that was like the real platform to like really take off with the youth development and coaching development in Belize. So that's where pretty much everyone known us from. We were known as the Belize Bank Bulldogs. Through that, we've just been educating ourselves over the years, trying to find ways to better ourselves as coaches with the information and the knowledge. And yeah, that's where we are today.
Sweet.
So.
Well, now we know exactly what to do. Gannon, final words of yours, my brother.
Well, I spent time with Kobe Bryant as well, and Kobe would love Roscoe. He would say that guy has a Mamba mentality. He's a killer. So, Roscoe, well done, man. You're well spoken. You're very informative, and I'm just so proud of you. I look forward to spending time with you. I hope the other coaches in Belize have the passion and drive and really genuine concern for the love of the game and the kids like you do. So, you know, that's all it takes. It just takes a heart for others and a heart to grow and get better. And whether it's coaching or being a media entertainer, like you continue to learn, and learning is addictive when you have that attitude to grow and love others. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Thank you, Gannon.
All right, so we heard it first from Gannon, we heard it from Roscoe, and if you'd like to be a part of this once again, Roscoe, what can you do?
You gotta check out Gannon Baker Basketball on the internet. Check out Gannon Baker Basketball on Facebook. Check out Gannon Baker Basketball on Instagram. Just tap in.
Yeah.
If you want the QR code, we'll put it up for you. Yeah. I'll have it up on my social media platforms. Those of you who have my email and my phone number, just contact me. I'll forward you the code.
Easy.
And just like that.
All right. Roscoe Rees, Gannon Baker, guys, we want to thank you so very much for joining us this morning, and we expect great things when it comes to Belize basketball in the upcoming future. Thank you, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love your energy. Love your energy. Thank you.
Thank you again, Gannon. Have a great day, man.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's going to be all about Here Express.
Here Express, how to properly put on your wig.
Yeah. You think you're gonna rock one this month?
I definitely can't.
We're gonna do that when we come back. This is Opening Rise live on 5. We'll be right back.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Who offers the best home internet experience? The truth is, Digi, of course. Diginet has the largest fiber network and the fastest speeds with the most reliable service. That's more learning, more earning, more gaming, more bonding, more sharing, getting more things done. And now, Diginet is even more affordable with the new entry plan, a 20 megabits per second fiber connection for just $49 monthly, and increased speeds in all plans. The truth is, only Digi has the ultimate home internet experience, with savings up to $270 when you bundle. Wireless and cable can't give you that. So what are you waiting for? Sign up or make the switch to Diginet today to enjoy more speeds to get more done. Digi, our national telecom.
Why should you wear your mask? To protect myself. My friends. My family and others. I wear my mask because I love my grandparents. With so many reasons to wear a mask, we continue to advise persons to wear a face mask properly, covering both nose and mouth. Together, we can keep Belize COVID-19 safe.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Brian. Stop running around the house.
Right now, Dad.
Damn it, Brian! I told you stop it! Can't you hear me? Are you deaf? Or you just being
Time out. Your life is stressful, and it is easy to lose your patience. When you feel this is about to happen, take a time out. Harsh words are verbal violence and can be very harmful. They are not forgotten. Offering alternatives and communicating with your child is the best way to build real respect.
I'm sorry, Brian. That just had a rough day at work. Can you do something quiet?
Do you want a job?
That's more like it.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes.
Yes, we are back here in studio with Monisha Stewart, and she's here representing her business, Hair Express. And she's going to demonstrate to us how to properly put on your wig.
Yeah, I'll rock one.
But
Probably for me today.
before you throw away all of that, why here?
Yeah.
I started the business back in 2019. I noticed the need for it, because people would just want a quick fix, and the wigs is a quick fix. Some people want different looks, like the people with natural hairs, they won't want to perm their hair, so they would just get a straight hair to not go back to the perm. And the business has been growing since the pandemic, because people at home can't go to the salon, so they would just buy a wig to do a quick fix.
That's it.
Yes.
But Monisha, so you know, pre-pandemic. I mean, 2019, we heard about this thing. We heard about pandemic style. The end of 2019 in different parts of the world, and then around March here in Belize. So this business for you has been working exactly how you'd like for it to be, or?
Yes, it has been working. I mean, the pandemic is a more push, like I said, because people at home.
But nobody gonna win.
Yes, but the girls would want to fix
Listen,
up at
you all
home.
in your living room.
They're still at work at home. Most of them were still at work at home.
Yes,
so
yes.
They would
have to look good in front of your camera. Absolutely.
So how do you choose now which wig best fits you?
Most people would just go with their collection, would want a style in everyone, most of them. So if you're going, let's say for Easter, most people would use like these one that I have in, the wet one, so that when you go in the water, it will be curly and wet.
Yeah.
Rather than a straight look, I would say people would wear this in more of a formal settings,
Okay.
so that it could give a more formal look. Like the bob, people would buy the bob. For most people who have narrow faces, the bob would look much better on them.
Well, you know, I don't know whether.
The bob is more of a short look, like that what, like shoulder length.
Shoulder length here.
Like right here.
Okay.
Yes.
So why would people choose that around that time? Why?
Like-
Why? Oh, that's a bob.
Yes, that's the bob.
Okay. All right. So and this, okay, so that's a bob. You know, this is
Yeah, you're
big
learning,
101
John.
for me, right?
Yeah.
So that's a bob, short hair. What would that be?
That's a front bangs. That has the front bangs and it's a straight hair.
Front bang straight here. This one?
Yes, that one is a synthetic hair. That one is more a quick fix, you would say, but it doesn't last as long as this one, which is the human hair.
Ah.
Okay, so you offer them
those are
both.
cheaper.
Uh-huh.
So people would use that for a quick fix and one time use, you would say, or 2-3 times the most, while this would last 2 to 3 years, or
So you could
depending on
actually
the
leave
care.
it in for 2 to 3 years.
Depending on the care,
Okay.
because it depends on how you take care of it.
Okay.
Sometimes people would leave it out in the air. Most of the time, you should put it in a bag and put it up. At least wash it, keep it proper care. The type of shampoo and conditioner you use on them sometimes dry up the hair.
So explain to us how to properly put on your wig.
Okay, what I will do, because I go to stylists to install mine,
Okay.
at home I would just put my hair into plaits, your regular hair, and then I would use the wig cap. They have a wig cap, and you put on the wig cap, and then you just set the wig. So most of the wigs are glueless wigs, which means you don't have to put the glue to stick it down.
Okay.
Like this one that I have on, you would say this is a glueless wig, because I didn't use a glue to stick it down. This is like the glue that that people would use to glue it down.
Is that like the go-to glue? Like
Yes,
this is
they
the
got
one
to
you're
be.
supposed to?
Yes, this is the got to be that will keep it slayed and stick down.
Okay. Because we saw the one with the girl with the gorilla glue.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
That.
So this is the proper glue, ladies. This one right here, this one
You can use
got
that.
to be
Yes, but
glued. All right.
they
Lasting
actually
freeze.
have the wig glues too.
Okay.
The
so-
more smaller one that would last longer.
Okay.
Depending on the heat here,
Mhm.
because like people would say they last longer in the U.S. because of the climate, the,
climate
different
there.
climate. Yes.
So in Belize, what do you recommend?
I would say that those are the wig glues. The one that people would use here in Belize, it would last at least, depending on the care, if you stick down your hair, you tie it down, it would last at least 2 weeks install on your head.
And do you sell you sell
Yes,
these?
I sell those too. That one is the tint that you would use to color the hair, because you need to let the part that will show match your hairline,
Ah.
so that it looks natural and it doesn't look like a wig. So what people would do is use the tint and spray the closure, the brown color of your skull, whatever color, because they have different shades. It depends on your shade of hair.
Okay. So that's the first thing you do. You make sure that you have that.
Yes.
That it's the right scalp.
You can use this,
tone.
or people would use the makeup. Your regular makeup at home,
Uh-huh.
you would use the makeup and color it. And the cap adds to it, the wig cap adds to it the color, because the wig cap is the color of your skull also, and then
Okay.
you color it more.
So you put your hair in braids, or you put your hair in two, and then you just
Yes,
slide
on the wig. And then it depends on the type of closure or frontal that you have on it, how you want to set your hair, because this is a 4x4 closure. So this one, you can put the part anywhere.
Okay.
So either you put the part at the middle, or maybe at the side. It depends how you set your hair when you put it on your head.
Okay.
Because you can put it this way if you want the part on the
Ah,
middle.
Okay.
I
see this one.
You see
Yes.
the difference?
Yeah, I'm seeing the
Okay,
difference here.
okay.
And you said this is real hair, right?
Yes.
Well.
So what is the price difference for synthetic versus real hair?
Okay, for synthetic, maybe you can get a synthetic around $100 or less, or like a $150 or less. But for human hair, it depends on the length. Like this one, this is a 28-inch straight hair, and this would cost around $425 to $450.
Wait.
Wow.
$425?
Yes, $425 to $450. Now this one is a 28-inch, 26-inch deep wave, and this would cost like $400.
Wow. And you know, it just goes to show the interest that women would take in getting nice hair.
To enhance their beauty,
well, yes,
confidence, and
not to perm your hair.
But we did say now that what will be demonstrated is actually how to properly put it on. So let's get to that. First things first. We mark it with you try to get the color that it fits your scalp. Okay.
Yes. Also, you have to make sure that the part is visible and it doesn't look. Because let's say that I would part this here, you won't see the part good. So what you would do is take a tweezer and you would pluck out the hair so that it could have a visible part.
Oh, so you change the part if you want to.
Yes, you can change the part depending on the frontal is the full front one where you can part it. You can put it up in one, like this way in half styles. It depends on what kind of closure frontal you have. Then you have the 360 one where you can put it up in one.
Okay, but everybody head shape different, right? So when somebody orders a wig from you, what is it that they need to give you?
Most of the time the wigs come like a standard length, a standard wig cap size, and they have the straps inside where if your head is smaller, you can adjust it inside of the wig.
Oh.
Yes. You adjust it.
You know this? You may not go that?
No, when you say, oh, I know, right?
I'm learning new things today.
So there are actual wigs that you could actually adjust so it could fit your head properly.
And some people will sew it down after, sew the edges so that it could be more firm and
because I was wondering how does it stay steady if you're not using the glue?
Yes.
So you can adjust it and you don't have to use it.
Yes.
Okay.
And you also could sew it down at the back or the edges.
Okay. So properly being placed down on the head, after properly being installed properly, your care is what? You normally gel it, you normally spray something on it. What do you do to properly take care of it?
Healthy.
Yeah.
While you have it
While you've got it installed.
Okay, it depends on the type of hair. If you have the wet hair, people would normally use like the mousse like this. You would wet the hair and then you use the mousse so that it could stay firm. The curls could stay firm and doesn't loose and look wild out.
Okay.
Then this one is a straight hair. You would just flat iron like normal, like your real hair, and just keep it straight. But if you want, you can curl it. You can use the rods and put curls in it.
So are you going to style her right now for us?
Well,
so we could say a little demonstration. Style off away.
On your rollers or something.
Maybe
pretend that we don't know anything. So we don't know about it.
Most of the time you would need the equipment like your flat iron. The hot comb would keep the part down and flat. You would use the hot comb to.
Okay, and the reason why you're saying hot comb or the hot iron and whatnot is because this is real hair.
Yes.
All right.
So you can do whatever you can do with your real hair, you can do with this
one.
All right.
Yes.
And the climate, of course, would affect it if you don't do it properly. Okay. So she has her wig on, and now we style her. All right. So what are you going to do?
Well, to show you how to do a body wave curls, because most people have these at home.
Okay, yeah.
But they don't know how to use it.
Oh, wow. Well, tell us.
And this is the rods, the curler rods. So to give it a body wave curl, you would put the hair on the roller and you would twist it around.
Okay.
Because the way how you put it on the hair, it depends on how the curls will come out.
Okay.
So to give it the body wave curl, you would twist it around and set it. You would normally spray it with a setting lotion or so forth, so the curls can stain. And then you would just turn it and set it for the entire night so that when you wake up you have a full head of curls.
How you sleep with that though?
No, you could do it on your mannequin head. People would buy the canvas head and then they would do the hair on the canvas head.
Okay.
It's something similar to this, just that you can put needles and hold down the hair, and
then when they're done in the morning,
you just set it
on.
on.
Your head.
That's it.
Yes.
Well. Then you've got your gel. So how do you?
Well, the gel is for, this is what the ladies would say, to keep it slayed. So they would do the edges.
Oh, and make it stay down.
Yes.
Oh, the baby hair.
The baby hair, yes.
Oh, then the baby hair just stick up whenever you try slide it down.
Yes, you just put the gel.
There we go.
To give it the, it depends how people, some people don't like the baby hair, so they would keep it natural.
Okay.
And then
you put it there.
But the thing is, with wigs and weave right now, it's the baby hair to give it that slayed look.
It's what is in style, John.
Yes.
So that's the reason for the gel. So it's the style. It's the style
Yes.
the way you would like.
Some people will use the edge control. It depends on your hair type. Because the edge control in Belize hair, the climate again, it would, it's greasy, so it would lift up quick, and so you just spray it with the got to be glue afterwards.
Okay.
So that this could hold it down.
Okay.
And it's not harmful to our skin.
No. No.
All right. Then the next thing I notice you've got is like, well, back in the days, we used to call this. We used to call this a bandu. I mean, and I bring this bandu and I use it. So with this and that, what can happen?
Well, I was just giving everyone an idea how to maybe style or put on a bandu.
Yeah.
You would just put on your bandu. You have different types.
Like
now
that,
people is using the stones one that have a lot of stones on it.
So that's what's in style now.
Yes. So
oh, look like
put
she's
your
wearing
curve.
a headphone.
And it seems that you would be really qualified to have this business because you were a former Queen of the Bay.
Oh, yes.
Right? So the whole process of beautification and making sure that your hair is slayed and snatched is something that you learned in that while you were doing Queen of the Bay, or is that something that you learned after?
I have been using weave since I would say high school. So the Queen of the Bay I would say would add to it because we had to be prepared for every shows, every appearance.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need to learn how to do the quick fix.
Yeah.
So a wig or weave would do the job best.
Do you also sell things like hair extensions and
Yes, the bundles, and yes, I would sell the bundles like if you don't want to use the wig, because sometimes the wig is very hot. It would irritate you, so you can just do the tracks and put in the bundles, and that would last longer because you could keep that in a month or a month. It depends on you. And then the wig, because of the glue, you either have to stick it down or you take it off every day and put it on every morning.
Wow.
That sounds like a lot of work though.
Yeah.
It's very quick if you have the plaits in already.
Okay.
So once you've got the plaits, it's just to set it and that's it.
Yes.
Set it and forget it.
Well, sometimes I would put my hair in one when I install mine. Like right now I have my hair in one at the back, the ponytail at the back, and then I put the cap on it and then put it on.
Put the wig on.
Yes.
Because if I didn't know, this looks like a hair.
Well, that is the point, right? How to set your wig
didn't
properly so that it doesn't look like she has in a wig.
So when it comes to like in style, we know that when it comes to like every 3 months there is a different style, or Easter that comes, they use that. Summer is coming. What are the styles going on right now?
Well, right now it's these kind, the wet and wavy, because Easter is coming.
Yeah.
So everyone wants the wet and wavy kind. Around Christmas, most people would buy like these kind to look more formal.
Yeah.
And you have people now buying the bob ones and the one that, the pixie wigs you would call it, that would let your hair look very short, like a shortcut style, like really low.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, when I rock one of them.
Probably the weird one right now.
So for our viewers at home, how can they get in touch with you to buy your wigs?
Okay, I have a Facebook page, which is Hair Express. I also have an Instagram page, which is Hair Express BZ. And my phone number is on the page. That is my cover photo on the page with my phone number. And you can find me on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Easy and smooth, just
Yes.
like that.
Just click the
From wigs
And it's at
to
Hair
hair
Express.
products.
Yes, Hair Express.
And you could buy your wig from Hair Express. You could get your
Bundles,
your bundles.
frontal.
Wow.
I also make my own wig and wave shampoo and conditioner.
You make your own stuff too.
Yes.
Well.
So,
Start with that.
so that would you would say expand the life of the hair, because the shampoos that are out of town, like you would say the Tresemme and so forth, you can't use that on these all the time because it will keep it dry.
Yeah.
So what I would do is make my own wig and use shampoo and conditioner.
And you sell those too?
Yes.
All right.
Well,
So it's always best to check out Hair Express to get what you need, as she makes her own shampoo, makes her own conditioner. She's got the products you need.
Yes,
too.
and she can tell you exactly how you need to care for your wig.
That's right,
Set your
girl.
wig, all of the good stuff to get in line with that look for the season.
On fleek.
The Slade look.
The Slade look on fleek. I can't keep up no more with the trends.
All right, Monisha, we want to thank you for joining us this morning, man. Check her out on her social media platforms. We're talking Hair Express, and you could get yourself into the game, baby. All right, so we've got to take a break, but just before we do that, you see him every Tuesday morning. We're talking about my brother Gavin Courtney. You know what? Gavin do a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
You know that,
We
right?
do the trending Tuesdays.
He's a trending Tuesday. This guy is on ATVs. Oh, you want to see him on an ATV? Well, check this out. He went on an adventure with Belize Exotic Adventures, and we'll show you that right now.
Hey guys, it's Gavin here, and I'm really excited right now because I'm about to go on a really fun tour, and I'm really excited because you're also going to be going along with me on this journey. So I'm waiting for my ride right now from Belize Exotic Adventures. They are a tour company, and they're going to be hosting me, and we're going to do this really exciting jungle nighttime ATV riding tour.
Welcome to Belize Exotic Adventures Jungle ATV Park. Sanitize.
Thanks.
I recommend using bug spray if you didn't bring any, because we have a little bit of friendly insects to welcome you here.
Yeah, I think I might need this.
Alright, once you're done, we're going to go over to the ATVs. We're going to give you guys your equipment, brief you guys off on how to use it, how to operate the ATVs, and the rules on the trail itself. Welcome to the Belize Exotic Adventures Jungle ATV ride. It's going to be a night tour, right? So we decided to do the night tour this evening because the jungle comes alive at night. So along the trail there'll be turns, twists, you'll hear all sorts of birds, animals in the jungle. We'll be passing through the jungle for the first half of the tour. Then from there we get into the farm where you see a variety of fruit trees. Any fruit tree that you could think about that grows in the tropics is located on this farm. Right, some of them are in blossoms right now and some of them are bearing right now. Coconut, we stop along the trail talking about our medicinal plants. We talk about the different trees that are located in here. And while we're going, this is just the start of what we're going to be doing here at the Jungle ATV Park for the Belize Exotic Adventures. We're going to be having zip lining, paintball, jungle paintball, the Mayan chocolate experience. So there's a lot more by the end of this month that we'll be offering to locals and tourists alike that could come out into the Belize district, because you know they always say the Belize district doesn't have a lot to offer. Let's start off with the equipment, right? You can see the ATVs are right there. You have a helmet and you also have safety goggles. At night you have a lot of bugs when you're going through. These will protect you even night or day, dust, mud. So we use both safety equipment, which will be your helmets and your safety goggles when you're on the tour. The ATVs are pretty simple to operate, right? Right here there's a handbrake and it's locked right now. So once you get on the ATVs, you just simply pull the handbrake, it unlocks it. You turn the key to on, right? You press the green button, cranks it right up. It's fully automatic. You put it in high and you're good to go. There's a foot brake down there on the right of the ATV and 2 handbrakes on the top. You don't need to do any adjustments to changing gears. It's fully automatic, ready to go. All right. I ask that you stay at least 8 to 10 feet behind each other. Don't come too close because of the braking. You need time to brake when you're on the trail, right? Look out for my hand signals when I'm in the front, right and left, basic hand signals. The ATVs also comes equipped with signals, so I'll be putting them on as we're going on the trail as well.
So, let's go.
This entire area is part of the city of Altunja, so we'll be passing several Mayan monks. Just right there jumping off the ATV, picked up a flintstone, a Mayan weapon, right? Just came out of the first part of the jungle. We're going to go into the farm. And you can see behind it's all pineapples, right? Breadfruit, grapefruit, jackfruit, any fruit you want is located on this farm. Tree, the mahogany tree right here, the Swetina macrophylla is scientific name. So what this tree is good for, this tree is a medicinal plant. It's not only good for furniture and wood, but it's also good for athlete's fungus, right? If you have athlete's fungus, you take the bark of this tree, you boil it, you soak your feet in it, and you leave your feet without red socks on it, but it will cure the athlete's fungus after a couple days, right? So the mahogany tree, the lower class Mayans living in thatch homes. So there will be a thatch home on top of this, and underneath will be the foundation. But I'm sure if you will go in here as an archaeologist, will come and excavate this building here, they could actually find a burial in here. All right, because like I said, this was all part of the Mayan city of Altunja.
as you can see, it's night. It's pretty dark. And we just got finished with our tour with Belize Exotic Adventures. We did the nighttime ATV riding tour and it was really awesome. It was really interesting. We saw a whole bunch of fruit trees. And so this was just a preview. Belize Exotic Adventures is just getting up and running and they're going to be operational by the end of the month. And like Nick said, they're going to have a lot of tours. So I'm definitely excited to check out, and this is only part 1 of what we'll be showing you, and I definitely recommend it.
Exotic Adventures!
The official migration from Belize Bank Corporation Limited to Belize Bank Limited will take place over the weekend of February 25th to 28th, 2022. This means that as of 3 p.m. on Friday, February 25th through to Monday, February 28th, Belize Bank Corporation Limited customers will not be able to access any online banking, debit card, and in-branch services. The BBCL ATM network services will also be unavailable starting the morning of February 25th, 2022. We apologize for this inconvenience and encourage customers to prepare in advance by topping up their eCash wallet or ensuring they have the cash they will need. As of March 1st, your new Belize Bank Limited account number becomes effective and you will be able to access all the great services of Belize Bank. You will be able to use your new contactless debit card at merchants countrywide, have access to a wider network of ATMs, and be able to log in and access all the great online features. Your old account number will no longer work, so you will need to provide your new Belize Bank Limited account number to all the persons and firms you do business with, including your employer. Please note that the new account numbers have already been provided for all Government of Belize employees. We welcome you to our Belize Bank family, where you will enjoy lower fees and excellent customer service.
Pelican, the beer of Belize.
With Smart's affordable roaming rates, I can now roam without borders.
When visiting the US or Mexico, prepaid and postpaid customers can make calls at even lower rates than in Belize, while enjoying local rates on texts and reliable data connection wherever you roam. So go ahead and go without borders.
With roaming rates so low, it's like I never left home.
And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving now into our third segment. I was about to say third and final, but no, this is our third segment. And this one is all about a small business. Now, we know at the start of the pandemic, a lot of people had to try to become innovative in trying to get new things going on. I'm not sure as to that story at this particular point, but I'll tell you what, we've got a very dynamic young lady in with us, Deanne Lang. She's the owner of Janae's Collection, creator, and it's all about 5 minutes with D.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, D, talk to me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Handmade jewelry and produces a series of delivering content on business or to business. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business.
Okay, well, morning. I'm Deanne Lang, like you said, but most people know me as Deanne Janae because my small business, Janae's Collection.
Yeah.
I'm a very passionate person, I'll say it like that, because when it comes to, any goals that I have, I would, along with my faith, I go and get to it. I'm a goal getter, and I do so not, selfishly, but I think of others too. When you share knowledge, you gain knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm always big on selflessness. So when it comes to my small business, Janae's Collections, and my show 5 Minutes with D, it's all childhood dreams and passion just coming to fruition.
That's so nice, man. So how long have you been in business?
I have been into jewelry and jewelry making from age 9 and business from a very young age. I've grown up seeing family members like my grandmother, my dad, my aunts being self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And so fast forward to 2019, I made a small collection of earrings just to find, inner peace and to unwind.
Yeah.
And I named it the Therapy Collection because all the jewelry that I made were similar in look.
Wow.
And that's when the name just hit me like, you know what, this is the time to start. And I just named it Janae's Collections because I started with a collection of earrings. And I wanted some piece of the name to reflect my story and my journey. But I wanted to use my middle name because not many people know me as Janae.
Well, do you talk us a little bit about the show, the 5 Minutes with D? What is that about?
Yeah, how did that come around?
So 5 Minutes with D came about during the pandemic. As you know, all the borders were closed and you can't go to Chet for buy, you can't go to State to buy. So everybody was confined to shopping local.
Yeah.
So I came out with a short video called Why Are Small Businesses Important, just sharing a few tips on why I believe shopping local is important. And I'm not a very popular person on social media, so when I saw that the video was picking up momentum and people were sharing it, I was like, wow, so I asked people if this is something that you guys would like to see, and they all agreed. And interestingly, the 5 Minutes with D came about because the editing app that I was using only limited 5 minutes to edit.
Oh, so it wasn't like
so it wasn't like a
it was really and truly the app.
Just really and truly the app.
Well, I'm sure it was perfect for 5 minutes.
Yeah, perfect for 5 minutes because the show is targeted to youth and helping them to get into entrepreneurship. But with school, you have tests, exam quiz, so sometimes you feel pressure when it comes to learning. But I just decided to do it in a very fun way. The attention span for young people is getting short. So 5 minutes was perfect. And I just share a lot of content on entrepreneurship. I come up with create templates so that young entrepreneurs can use it because for me growing up, I didn't really have things like that.
Yeah.
And so using, technology and social media, since that's becoming very popular, why not help the younger generation to learn how to be their own bosses and not make it seem taboo to get into entrepreneurship?
We definitely want to know exactly what you've got here, but I really want to know about your love for this kind of jewelry. How did you what?
So, like I said, growing up, I was very into entrepreneurship and fashion. I actually wanted to do fashion designing because I would dress up, I would express myself with my clothing. But when it comes to, attending business fairs and expos, I would always see people selling beaded jewelry.
Okay.
And, browsing around, Tourist Village, I would have a cousin there and he would be selling beaded jewelry. And, I was like, I don't really know for work the sewing machine, so why not, tap into jewelry making? So my dad taught me how to use the pliers. And, I got my little container of beads. At the time, I'm only saying one part of it, so the land. But so I just said, let's start making. And the passion was always there. And for me, this is like a reflection of what I grew up with, I love my gold jewelry, but to me, beaded jewelry is timeless.
Yeah.
It comes in many complex styles or simple styles to be very expressive.
So some of these ones, like the green and the pink ones in the middle, you hand sew these together yourself?
All the pieces that you see here are made
by you.
By you.
Only you. You take care of this. You did this
sew
work
the
alone.
beads and you turn it into the shape.
So when it comes to certain styles, like you see, they have really small beads.
Yeah.
Those are more tedious to create.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do one pair of those?
Well, when it comes to earrings, I have that down pat. So earrings don't really take that much time. Well, maybe with the small beads, I have to string them there on one by one, so it takes a really long time. Mash chains or necklaces would take the most time because they're long in length.
Yeah. And there are a lot of beads.
Yeah, and there are a lot of beads. Anklets would take a while too, but I can make at least 2 to 3 anklets in the time out. I would take like one mash chain or necklace.
And then what about these at the bottom? These are beautiful.
The tassels. So tassels aren't beaded, of course, but when I started making jewelry in 2019, that was what attracted a lot of people. Like, I loved it, the tassel earrings. So it became a Janae's Collection signature, but I just, as time progressed, improved the quality of the tassel earrings.
Now let's talk about the price range of these things. I mean,
Tell me
these
how
are
much.
100% handmade by yourself. Let's talk about the price range for these things.
So when it comes to Janae's Collections, jewelry is very affordable. For me growing up, I wasn't from a home where I could, if I want it, I get it. So everything was on a budget, or if I could save, I would buy it.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing that I want to do for others. So I create jewelry sometimes on the size. It can be something as small as this and it will be like $5.
Oh, wow.
Or when it comes to jewelry that, takes a lot of time or takes a lot of materials, I think the highest price that I've ever sold a jewelry was $35.
Wow.
So very affordable.
So all these are very affordable indeed. Look at that.
Yeah. Have you ever had customers ask you to customize something,
Yes.
custom make something? Yes.
I also do customized jewelry. So whenever a customer would send me a picture like, hey, can you do this? And if I can do it, I will do it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So in order to get these, where do I go?
So I have an Instagram and a Facebook page, both at Janae's Collections. So you can, reach out to me if you have a custom order or if you would like to purchase. On my Instagram and Facebook, I have a link to a little website where if you want something readily available, you can just browse and buy.
Perfect example, of a young person with a passion to do things. And before we conclude this segment, Dee, I'd like to get your advice to small business owners or people who are afraid to be a part of business, or young people around your age that would say, what, there are a few things that I want to do, but I just don't know how to do it. What would you tell them?
For me, even though I'm a business student, I would say a lot of my knowledge that I've gained is by being around people who are established or who have been doing it. Because, from their stories and their experiences and their mistakes, they have taught me how to go about it to avoid the same mistakes. They have taught me the things that they have succeeded at and, how they got there. And for me, I was around a lot of people who did it from the ground up. No kind of, support. So it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of faith, determination. And I would say to any young person, look around you. Look at people who you have seen, they have grown, they have created a name and something for themselves. ask a lot of questions. I was very big on asking questions and, you know, how did you do this and how did you get here? And because when you get the answers, that's when you start to say, okay, game time. Let's start to map out the plan and see how we can get to it.
That's lovely.
I love it. Tell our viewers how they can find 5 Minutes with Dee.
Okay, so I like how you asked that question because I recently opened 5 Minutes with Dee Instagram page. At first, I would be posting on Janae's collections, but because the show is getting an identity of its own, I had to open an Instagram page, and you can also watch on YouTube. So if you don't have Instagram, you know, you can always go on YouTube and watch it. Yes, the show has 3 seasons already.
Wow.
And yes, and I'm getting ready to start season 4. It's a really good show for not only young people, but also if you're aspiring to get into entrepreneurship. I have a lot of adults who say they like to watch the show. My mom, she would have it on repeat. So.
The support, yes, of course, that parental support in the best. But you know, Janae, I would like to thank you so much for coming on the show. Any last words for your viewers?
You know, Easter is coming up really soon, and a lot of ladies have been asking me about waist beads because, you know, swimsuit body gotta come out. So, you know, follow.
Listen, wigs and waist beads is the trend. Yes.
Well, tennis and short pants to me.
So follow Janae's collections on Facebook and Instagram, and also 5 Minutes with Dee will start pretty soon as well. If you have any interest in being on the show, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I have a website as well, so you can check out all about the show, and that will be starting pretty soon. So follow and subscribe as well.
All right.
Thank you
Dee,
so much.
You are so motivating. I really truly like it. Thank you for joining us this morning. And we know she's a part of the team as well.
Yes, and we know she's definitely
doing some work here.
She's doing some work with us.
Yeah,
Yes,
but it's so nice to see you, so nice to meet you, and we wish you all the best of success. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we're going to take the break. When we come back, of course, we'll be showcasing one of the, or if not the hottest paranderos in Belize. We're talking Sea Wheels. He's got a new music video. It's called Nibaga Relay. All right, so we'll tell you exactly what that is. We'll be chit-chatting with him and knowing more about him when we come back. Stay tuned.
I chose Galen because of its strong reputation.
Great scholarships.
I came because I can take all my classes online.
It is what I need to take me where I want to go.
To learn more about our various programs, visit our website at www.galen.edu.bz or email us at admissions@galen.edu.bz.
And come soar with the Galen Eagles.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Bringing people together has always been SMART's mission and passion. That is why we are proud to have built a locally independent quality network from the ground up that spans the country with over 100 sites. We continue to add more affordable mobile data packages, broadband speeds, and voice services to meet your personal and business needs. SMART has set the standard of true competition with the most competitive prices on all services offered. We invite and welcome you to join the SMART family, where the value for your dollar matters. SMART will continue bringing new technologies, more affordable prices, network expansions, and people together. smart, bringing people together.
Sa Albert Lube. Ita nomada naba santi golida ligabri asa talida l'escola abro hatia afiat na lo ni la mege dom. Time out. Weri hali anigi beli habusa rogrigia wena mohaya hagamro duniwa irahia. Baro bada ayano haba hama bisanigu. Demele badugunile bide haba lida leredroniwa hagamredoniwa irahia.
Back to Opening Arrives. Moving now into our fourth and final segment for the morning. This Friday is definitely a lovely one. And speaking of lovely, we're ending off with a lovely note. Belizean Paranda artist, Paranda Prince himself, C. Wills, as he's about to premiere his new video. It's called Nibaga Relay. C. Wills, back in the States. How are you, my brother? We can't talk Garifuna, or we could talk Garifuna.
We've been after,
bro. It's always nice to see you, my brother. How are you?
Doing good, you know. Right here. I leave cool a little bit. They can accelerate, no?
Oh, did he get you?
But I'm doing good. I Miss Paradise already.
You're the Miss Paradise, but did he get you?
Yeah, did he get the America one?
And I think you're ready to pretend you're not John, but you could actually talk Garifuna.
Yeah. So, see, Wills, you made a trip back home, but before we get into that, we want to talk about your career, and you actually made a move to the U.S. and I've seen you doing your own, playing your own music, playing your own instruments, recording your own stuff. What got you up there, and tell us a little about how things are for you.
Well, you know, as everybody knows, he was youngest parandero. Basically, now I moved to the U.S., you know, for basically push my career further.
Yeah.
And also get Garifuna music to another level as well. So right now I'm working on my new project, my new album. And this video we're gonna premiere is a brand new music video from my new album coming up soon this year.
Yeah, Nibaga Relay. We know that we'll be showcasing Nibaga Relay in just a few. I saw one of your latest productions with a big group out of Honduras, and that group is Grupo Casabe. I think it's Casabe.
Yep, Casabe, Grupo Casabe.
I know that they've got a big song as well, and I saw you along with them. What is it like pushing your career in the U.S. with comparison to here at home?
So you know, we got a lot of Belize and we also got a lot of Garifuna, and everybody in the U.S. is so wide, and you know, it's more opportunities, I believe, and also me being here now, I'm getting exposed to different venues, different state, different cultures as well. So for me, sharing the Garifuna culture in the US is something big, and we're trying to push on it and we're work on it.
You know, and I've got to say this much. You know, late last year, November, around that time, we took with the Battle of the Drum Secretariat, and I'd like to touch on them a little bit. We took a trip over there to New York, and we found out via Jose Francisco Avila, one of the biggest advocates for Garifuna culture in the US, that there are about 350,000 Garifuna people in the US, with the largest being right there in New York. Talk to us a little about that.
Yes, so in the Bronx, they have a bunch of Garifuna people who come from Honduras, also Guatemala. So it's like the Bronx alone is like a whole big Garifuna community, bigger than all our communities back home, no?
Yeah.
And they usually have a lot of big events with guys like Aurelio Martinez, Paula Castillo, like all these legends in the Garifuna music. So over there is a whole lot of different bands too as well that I feel like other Garifuna need to know what these people are doing as well to promote the culture and keep the culture going, no?
One of your starts, of course, I've got to see the Battle of the Drums. What was that like for you? The Battle of the Drum Secretariat, Doris Avila and these guys, they were a part of your push.
Oh yes, man. Big up the Battle of the Drums all the time. We're still working together, you know. Battle of the Drum used to hire me a lot and Mr. Darius used to put me by the front line, like, see what's like, you have to do this.
Yeah.
The Paranda show, the Battle of the Drum, he have me perform out there, like, you know, promoting myself more and more. So I want to big up the Battle of the Drums crew.
Definitely.
Are you seeing more and more young Garinago or Belizeans being engaged in Paranda music?
Right now in Hopkins, we actually have a couple of young guys. Basically, they starting out just like how I started, from playing the drums, you know, learning the Garifuna cultural songs also, which is very important, the traditional songs, you know, because to me it's important that the younger generation start from that. We started from the drum beat. Once you got a drum beat, hey, you could later on you write your own songs and move on from there.
Definitely. How influential is Paranda music with comparison to Punta and Hugu Hugu and the others?
Well, you know, Paranda music has been worldwide thanks to our legend, may he rest in peace, Andy Palacio, guys like Paul Nabor. So, you know, Paranda music is a big influence, and Paranda music has showcased Garifuna around the world, not just the music, the people as well.
Yeah, nice. So tell us about this latest song, this latest album that you put together. What was that like for you, and what are the songs on there?
So right now we're still working. We're not finished yet. I'm working with Junimar. Back with Junimar again. As you know, Garifuna Nuea, my first album was recorded with Junimar. But now, moving forward, now 6 years later on, now I record my own stuff as well. I have my own home studio. So right now we're sending music back and forth. I send Junimar music. He do the mixes. He had instruments, and I was in Belize actually in studio with him, and I was actually shooting music videos as well. So big up Jeremy Christoph, shooting and working with me back home. We start together and we still work together.
But of course.
What is the
inspiration
behind
Nibagarile?
So Nibagarile, which means this is my life. So the inspiration to me is just, you know, me taking by myself and, you know, my life and how I want to live my life, and saying that I will never change. This is me, who I am. You accept me how you want. You know, Nibagarile, this is my life.
One of the things I really love about you, Clayton, is that he does a Garifuna word of the day on his social media page. So every single day there's a new Garifuna word to learn. But this one you haven't posted as yet.
April said
say that again?
You didn't post Nibagarile yet on your social media.
Not yet. Today the video will be out today actually. 5 p.m. 5:30 p.m. later.
Okay. So you know it. We saw when you left. You went out there, you performed and whatnot, and then you eventually made that mindset. You know what? I'm gonna stay here. But you came back not too long ago. I think you're probably back out in the US for about a week or so. What was it like?
Yeah.
What was it like for you, Clayton, coming back home
Man,
after about a
going
year and a
back
half,
home
2 years?
After 2 years time not being in Hopkins, you know, due to the COVID and all of that stuff, that's like, yo, I really missed home. And so being back, yo, everybody was like, boy, I see was like, you know, everybody was so excited for me, like, you know, and being back home to work with the people as well, shooting music videos. Ain't nothing like being home. It's very easy. We could do videos, we could do recording, you know, and people are always willing back home rather than over here in the States. It's very hard to link up with maybe a bunch of Garifuna people or a bunch of Belizean. You really have to wait for a weekend or something. But being back home is so easy, man. Like you could just go through the community and ask people, yo, you want to go in at the video, and they're ready.
So Nibagarile was shot in Hopkins?
Yes, in Hopkins, the whole video. And also the scenes from the new Garifuna Soul with Kassabe, we also filmed that in Hopkins as well.
So Kassabe was in Hopkins too?
So their scenes from Honduras and our scene from Hopkins.
Ah, that's lovely.
And we just bring everything together. You see the beautiful Garifuna colors, and the culture is so amazing, man.
You know, I definitely, we definitely want to see this video,
Yes.
definitely. But I've got to ask you, besides Kassabe, what are the other groups you're working with? If there are any other musical artists or groups you're working with?
So right now, well, I work with different artists. Anybody reach out to me, I'm always willing to help. Like for some artists' albums, I do back vocals, I put in drums, I do all kind of percussion work, and you know, I also do features as well. But on my personal project at this moment, I feel like this is a project that I want to work on, mainly showcasing me and the different stuff that I could do. You know, showcase my songwriting skills and, you know, playing my instruments and stuff like that. So this album will be a personal one to me.
Wow.
Clayton, I also know that you were very instrumental in the writing of Paranda Boy.
Yes, I got that right there.
Apart from your music, do you have any other books of illustration coming out?
So we're working right now, me and my wife. As you know, we collaborate to do this first one. So we work for something. I know I talk about it yet, but something coming soon. I will reach out to you guys and make you know.
I want to call you, and you don't know why I want to call you. All right, good.
Clayton, the big moment is here, my brother, for you to showcase this video. It's called Nibagarile. This is my life. And what do you got to say before you introduce this video?
Hey, I just want everybody to go and support my music. Go to my YouTube page, Clayton Williams. Make sure you subscribe to. Go to all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere in the world, the music is there. Follow me on Facebook, Clayton Williams Music. Instagram, I am Clayton Williams. We just want to support, man, and thanks everybody for the amazing support so far in my career, and I respect everybody. Big up Hopkins as well. Big up all my Garifuna people around the world. Big up Belize all the time.
So we know that you're about, okay, so we're ending with this video, Clayton, but when do we see you back at home?
Well, right now, everybody wait till the place open. Promoters, they come like, yo, when you come, we're ready for you. Like, I'm just waiting. So, like, you know, hopefully it's very soon.
All right. So hopefully we see you very soon, my brother. We want to wish you all the very best. And thank you for joining us this morning. But you're leaving us with your brand new video. Clayton, thank you once again. Introduce your video and we'll see you soon.
So this is the world premiere. Nibagarile. This is my life. C. Wills, Clayton Williams, official music video. Yeah.
Aniele ni bagare isi misi ho Aniele ni bagare isi misi ho Masasi bagina ho Masasi bagina ho Masasi bagina ho Masasi bagina ho Aniele ni bagare Isi misi ho Aniele ni bagare Isi misi ho Zanzibar dinao anieleni bagare misimu anieleni bagare misimu Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao.
Nice,
Well,
lovely.
I really,
wow.
you know what? Clayton Seawills is always about smooth paranda, and I think that's one of the things that when it comes to the Battle of the Drums had labeled him as the smooth paranda guy, something along that line. But it's smooth. You listen
very,
to that?
Very smooth, yes.
You know, and I really and truly appreciate his music, his lyrics. They're about him. It's about life. You know, this is my life, Nibaga Relay. And that's exactly what the song was telling you. The views of Hopkins. You say,
what a better place to shoot about my life.
About my life, because that's where
home.
he is from, you know. And so therefore, I really and truly appreciate it. I really like it. It makes me feel at peace just listening to how smooth, you know, the rhythm is, and his lyrics that, you know, how, oh my goodness.
And he came onto, he did a segment with Heritage Education Network, and he was going through the bits and pieces on how you make paranda music, what you need with the guitar, what you need with the drums, what you need with the shaka, what you need with the turtle shell, tuna turtle shell. I serious. And he give you the whole rundown, and you know, he is the master parandero, the youngest parandero.
He is the guy, man. But you could follow him. You could follow Seawills. You could find him on any social media platform. His music is on all the where you could get music platforms as well. The Spotify, the Apple, you name it, it's there. You know, so you could follow him and enjoy what he's got to offer. His music is actually like real life situations.
Promoting Belize and Belizean artists all the way.
All time, always. But we've got to go. It was a beautiful morning with 4 lovely segments. We're so thankful, though, that you were actually able to join us this morning. You open your eyes and you started your morning right with us. If you've got any questions, any concerns, you could drop us a line right here at oye@channel5belize.com.
Of course, you can always find us on our social media at Open Your Eyes BZ on Facebook and OYE Belize on Instagram.
Then again, you could join us again on Monday. We got to understand April is going to be in. So
I am not coming in on Monday.
Not on Monday?
No, but maybe
you can join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And you start your morning, right?
And as per usual, all right, I see the steel third beat. All right, what's that? So we've got something going on. Of course, it's the 33rd intersessional meeting of the Conference CARICOM Heads of Government. And that's going to be from the 1st to the 3rd of March as well. And the CARICOM SICA Summit is going to be on the 3rd of March.
Yes.
We'll be showcasing that right here on Channel 5, on TV, of course, on our social media platforms as well. So you could catch those, all right? So again, you could join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And you start your morning, right?
And as per usual, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
We're going to see you soon. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend, Belize. And of course, you want to keep it smooth, just like Seawills. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Zanzibar dinao idale mi bagare menino mutia saguna sarunei guadu seguagia mi bagaile igile humana nugua mi bagaile mama unia bia Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao Zanzibar dinao anieleni bagare isi misimu Zanzibar now.
The Belize Bank, our country, your bank.